some hotels here,
Yep.
by virtue of what I do. I mean, and I see a lot of British who come on holiday, go
Yep.
out to schools and donate pens, books, and other materials. Does Seedling try to attract some of that donor from the hotels?
At the moment, there isn't a structure in place to do that. But actually, it's really interesting you should mention that, because it's one of the conversations that I've been having with the headmaster and the senior managers at the school. And it's something that we've decided, we think, or they have decided they think they would like to try. So certainly that's an opportunity which is not currently being utilised, but would be a very good way of bridging the gap between the tourism which is coming in and the funding needs of the school. So yes, certainly that's absolutely something that we could try, and we're hoping to be able to put in place some structures to do that.
Somebody out there will get us wrong when he or she hears that you're doing a consultancy. They think that you're making mega bucks, you're making money. If you say, I'm a consultant for this project, the money's all there.
I wish, Malik.
Do you make money out of this consultancy?
Not at the moment, no. When I'm back in the UK, then I will do paid work for as many months as I can to save up some money, and then come to somewhere like the Gambia to provide my experience and my resources for free. So no, I'm not being paid for this. So this money is not, there's no money being paid to me which should be going to the children. Absolutely not. I'm doing this for free because I think we all have a responsibility to utilise and to use the skills that we have for the good of everybody. Now, the Gambia is not a country that I knew previously. In fact, West Africa is not a place that I'd been previously, but I knew that this school would benefit from some of the experiences that I've had within my career and the profession that I've chosen to go into, and so I offered my services to the charity for 2 months on a pro bono basis. So no money here, I'm afraid.
So the question is like 2 months charity, 10 months in the UK working.
Yeah.
Do you have chance for a holiday, or do you use this 2 months?
I use this 2 months as a chance for a holiday.
And then when you go back to the UK, that's working for the money.
Absolutely, that's right, that's exactly right. Otherwise, if I had that sort of money, I'd sponsor all the children.
You don't have a free ticket to fly to Gambia, a round ticket? Nobody
No, afraid not.
Afraid
not.
Money, so you use your money, buy the ticket to and from Banjul, and come to Gambia, and we should give you a Medal of Honor anyway.
Oh, not at all. It's a pleasure to be here.
Anyway, very good. Your consultancy, how extensive is it?
My consultancy
Is it only
it's
here
only
in
me.
Gambia?
No, it's based, I will go wherever there is a need and a job for me to do. So not just based in the Gambia. As I said, I've worked previously with Papua New Guinea as a country as well, and for a variety of different charities in different areas. So some in international development, some with animal rights, some with women's work, and I've done lots of different roles within charities, from being a trustee to being a director for a human rights organisation, etc., etc. So there are lots of different areas that I like to practice and specialise in, and that are interesting to me. But you know what it's like, it depends on where the work comes as to the paid work that I get, so I don't have very much choice over that.
When you look at the mirror and you see Gambia,
Yeah.
what do you see? What kind of Gambia do you see?
I see a very beautiful country. I see it's not called the Smiling Coast for a bad reason. It's called the Smiling Coast because it is exactly that. People are incredibly giving and friendly and welcoming. But behind that reality, I think that the tourism industry has really created a lot of problems in its own right. It's a fantastic economic opportunity, but with other challenges that, unfortunately the two bobs bring with, it's a difficult situation to tarry and to marry up. Call it post-colonial guilt, I don't know, but it's a really difficult situation when you have, on the one hand, people walking around appearing as though they have lots of money to flash about, and it makes me feel terrible to see, on the other hand, the poverty that some people have to live in.
You may want to wonder about the Gambia, see what's happening in the neighboring countries? Do you have any plans to travel around?
I do. It's
funny. Look at what's happening in the neighborhood.
Absolutely.
What's your itinerary like?
Well, it's a pretty full-on itinerary actually. I'm planning on heading out of the Gambia next week for 2 weeks. It's the Easter holidays at school, so I won't be missing any of the classes. I'm going to go travelling for 2 weeks through Senegal and some part of Guinea-Bissau before I come back to the Gambia for another 3 weeks before I return to England. So it's going to be a long and bumpy road through to initially to Ziguinchor, up to some of the coastal areas, to Bissau, over to the islands, back to Ziguinchor, along to Cap Skirring, up the coast again, and then finally back through, forget the name, back through the south coast to Sylhet and to the Gambia again. So it'll be a fabulous opportunity again for me to compare and contrast the differences between West African countries. I think in the UK, there's a sort of a perception that Africa is a country. It's not. Of course it's not. It's a collection of very discrete, very different countries, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing the differences that those different countries have to offer. So that will be really fantastic for me.
It's like you're an explorer now.
I will be an explorer. I should put my hiking boots and my backpack on. And
what do you expect to see when you go around?
Honestly, I'm leaving my expectations completely open. I know the things and the places that I will go to, and I've done some reading around those areas, but really I'm completely leaving myself open to whatever might present itself in my path. I have set points just so that I know where I'm wanting to go to, and I can keep my mum informed so that she doesn't worry. But really, I'm just leaving it open to expectations.
Now, let me look at your stay here in the Gambia. You have friends that you stay with?
I do.
I don't expect you to have that much money. You are here, you're sponsoring a child. I don't expect you to stay in a hotel and pay that bill and stuff like that. So, in other words, how's your accommodation like?
Absolutely fantastic. I was very lucky to meet a very lovely lady who's a British national but has been here for a very long time. She very kindly offered me a room in her lovely house, so I stay with her during the week, which obviously gives me a bit of space away from my work as well. So it's worked out very, very nicely, and I'm very happy here.
Well, you've got Guinea-Bissau on the way as well.
Yes, absolutely. But just cheap accommodation there, I'm afraid. Backpackers hostels and campements and things like that. So yeah, I'm afraid I don't extend to, my budget doesn't extend to big holidays and hotels. So yeah, I'm doing it on the cheap. So it'll be gillies all the way for me, and bush taxis, and maybe my bike.
Now, when you come back, you intend to carry on with your consultancy work here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, by all means. I mean, I will naturally stay in touch with Seedling School because